Hello, divine feminines and divine masculines. This is a quick twin flames in separation reading. Just something I felt like doing. So thanks for visiting my channel. My channel is called The Balanced Feminine, where I focus on balancing mind, body, and spirit with all the different tools available to me. And one of my favorite ways to balance is to read tarot, something that I've been really enjoying for the past year, getting to know. So here's a quick reading on twin flames and separation. Okay, I just had a card pop out, so we're going to start with transformation. So I'm asking spirits to give me messages for twins that are in separation for this last week of January going into the first week of February. Okay, messages from Spirit for twins in separation. The end of January, beginning of February. Love. Very nice. Okay, one more card. And the Emperor. These are very powerful, so I'm seeing a lot of feminine energy. So perhaps because I am feminine and I'm choosing the cards, or perhaps the majority of who's been called to watch this video are divine feminines. So hello, divine feminines. Obviously, if you're familiar with the twin journey and with the divine feminine and masculine, you know that we are all made up of an even balance of both energies. So you could be a female sitting more in your masculine energy or resonating more with the feminine energy. It just depends where you are on each day and what you're tuning into. So it's not literal when I'm saying feminine, but because I am seeing females on the cards, that's the feminine energy coming through. So not necessarily a male or female. Just hopefully that can clarify that a little bit. I know if you're new on the twin flame journey, it's overwhelming and it's a lot of information, but the more that you watch the readings and look into it, the more that you will pick up on it and get to know. So I've got my selenite wand, an amethyst heart here, my blue lapis lazuli organite, and I think this is sodalite. And then I've got my little turtle here, my chakra stones, my little Buddha with my elephant, a couple other gemstones there, and then of course my seashells. So let's go ahead and take a look. So for this end of January, beginning of February, for twins in separation, transformation, love, and the Emperor. So I think twins in separation, the whole reasoning behind it is transformation. And it takes that transformation to come full circle before you can reunite in that love, or before you can really invite love in from another source other than yourself. So definitely self-love being the biggest transformation that you will go through during separation. So filling your own cup. And then the Emperor energy. I feel like that's just a very powerful, maybe a little bit more masculine, but kind of standing your ground and having, really looking at the bigger picture and having an open mind to other perspectives and seeing things from all perspectives. So not so much this is what I need and this is how I feel, but how are other people, how is your twin feeling, and kind of having a little bit of more look into their perspective on things and giving you that ability to hold them in a higher light and just really wish the best for them during their transformation and just sending them love. So I think obviously that's the main focus. It's definitely looking like we are in that transformation. We are sending that love and we are feeling that love for ourselves. I really want to get some more. I'm going to read what the Emperor says, and then I'm going to get some more cards just to clarify. So first I need to know what the Emperor says. Authority. Following the rules right now is exactly what I should be doing. People in authority come to my aid and give me good advice when I ask for it. I can have the strong confidence that this card suggests. Dealings with institutions like banks, governments, or schools are also highlighted at this time. So someone in authority, or maybe even like a, I'm just seeing, with this case, I'm just seeing like a male figure, or that maybe that just that sense of control and authority over your transformation and your own source of love for yourself. And then, yeah, having that strong confidence that you are taking this transformation in your own hands. You aren't seeking outward for love or for, what's the word that I want? Why can't I find words? You're not seeking approval. There's just a lot of internal work going on here, and I see it's headed in the right direction. And I know that when you, the closer that you get to union, the more your cup is full. You feel love and you feel whole on your own, and you feel confident, and your transformations are coming full circle when you're coming closer to union. So I'm kind of feeling like a lot of twins right now are very close to being whole in that sense, where they are ready to unite with their twin partner. And I just want to say quickly on twin flames, so I'm not a big fan of labels, but it's better to be specific when you're drawing for an audience, obviously. So then if this is what you're looking for, you will find the channel and you'll find the reading, and it'll draw whoever it needs for the messages that are coming through. But I feel like, to me, twins are, and the twin journey is all about, I think, just for anybody to really become the complete best version of themselves in order to be able to fully step into a committed, loving, passionate relationship that will stand the test of time. And maybe you meet this person who you feel like you will never feel that same connection with anyone else, and maybe you can't really explain why, but you have this separation. And in my experience, I feel like what sets it apart is that you come into connection with so many different people, whether you've had 2 relationships or 5 relationships, however many, probably more than one. And there's only ever going to be one relationship or one person who you suddenly feel like you're ready to step up and take responsibility and actually put in the work to be the best version of yourself, because you won't have that person any other way. You won't go back to that person if you're not completely healed, and if you can't take them on, allow them into your life fully, and also if they're not at that place either, because it's too hard to lose them, and you understand that they deserve the best of you and that you deserve the best of them. And you also understand that you're both working towards that, and it's easier to do that having that support without that focusing that attention on the relationship, because that focus for each individual is needed on your individual journeys to becoming that best version of yourself, so that you can come together later with whoever it is, for these two people to come together later. Two full cups coming together overflows, right? So yeah, I just think it's, to me, that's what the twin flame journey is. Someone who you've been with other people, and you know, maybe you break up with them because you realize you have issues or they have issues, but you never actually were like, it never became your mission to resolve those issues and to salute them in their pursuit of resolving their own issues and becoming their best versions of themselves. When that becomes your mission and you have that person in mind who's inspired that for you and who you wouldn't have it any other way, and you want to be the best for that person, or in the very least to inspire that person and to wish the very best for them as well, in the same way that you're seeking for yourself, it's not until you set out on that mission with that person in mind that you've realized your twin or your ideal soulmate, someone who, because at this point they mean so much more to you than any other relationship or connection or person, because they've inspired this transformation within you that is, they're tied to, whether they know it or not. You know, they don't even really have to do anything. They just, for some reason, inspire that in you. So then all of the transformation and all the work and all the healing that happens and all that mirroring, right? Like, when you try to be with them and then all of a sudden you realize all these issues that you have, and you're like, whoa, we can't be together now because there's just too many things that I realize that I need to fix before I can actually be with you. That's when they're mirroring to you, and every time that you try to come closer to them, you might feel more of that resistance and be mirrored something else and be like, whoa, I thought I was healed, but now I realize that I'm still scared, or I still have this weird energy around the connection. And then all of a sudden, you know, some other old wounds come up, and you go in and you keep healing that. So they're tied to this whole transformation. So you love what you invest in, and because they've, in the very least, inspired this in you and been tied to this whole transformation and shown you the amount of work that you've gone through and learning to love yourself that much more and to heal. As you're growing this love for yourself, you're also able to send that love out to others and other relationships that matter to you, and they are one of the most important people in your life because of how they've inspired you in this way. You love your transformation, you love the work that you've done, you love the person you're becoming, and you almost contribute a portion, even if it's a 1%, you contribute a portion of that to this person who's inspired that in you. And coming together with this person one day and being like, do you even realize like how much you've inspired me and how much I've changed? And I really hope the same for you. That's what makes a lasting connection that can stand the test of time. And these cards right here are showing me that we're in that place where we understand that, or at least we're close to. And I hope that the way that I just explained it is going to help you see things for how they are, and maybe help just give you a better little roundabout explanation to what you're feeling and what that twin journey is through my eyes. So yeah, even if it's 1% that you're contributing to this person, that 1% is like the world, because this transformation that you're going through is like you are clearing out every last piece of baggage, every last old wound, everything. It's like the tower, right? Like your whole world is crumbling down, and everything that has held you back from your fullest potential is being worked through and cut away, and that takes a lot. So that 1% is like worth so much in its weight. Like it's 500% of what you're used to, you know, from an old relationship. Say you're like, oh, I have jealousy issues, I'm gonna work on that a little bit, and then like maybe we can last a few extra months or whatever before we just give up and go separate ways because we're not ready for that, and it's just we're not inspired to be together in our best versions of ourselves. That contribution to that person being inspired to not be jealous because you don't want to carry that jealousy in that relationship, that amount of work is very minuscule compared to the amount of work that this entire transformation is calling you to do. So that investment in that person, that's going to be more like that's something that you can just forget about and you can move on from. But this 1% is tied to you forever. You will never forget, and you will always love this person, whether they're by your side or not. You're always going to love and appreciate them and contribute some of this new growth and love for yourself and for your life to this person. And that's so beautiful. And I think that's why I love this journey, and I love the whole twin flame idea. That's what I'm getting from the transformation of 11 Emperor. So now I want to get some more cards, please, Spirit, on... It looks like a lot of our twins are maybe coming towards union. So what are some things, some messages that Spirit have while we're focusing on filling our cups and really finishing out this transformation? Really having that love for ourselves and having the strength and the confidence to send love to the other person in this connection, whether we know who they are or we don't, wherever they are, whatever part of their journey that they're on. Maybe they're just starting their transformation, maybe they haven't even had that awakening yet. What messages do you have for us to get us through this end of January and going into February? What can twins in separation expect? Love begins. How nice is that? So that's a man and woman coming together. That's the 2 cups overflowing. 2 full cups coming together, overflowing with that rainbow, that light after the storm, rebirth, like pouring together, healing together, coming together. Number 1, yeah, new beginning. I love this, the green, that shows me the heart space. This is so beautiful. Another transformation card. Wow. She's got the wings of a butterfly. She has fully the metamorphosis. The feminine has definitely taken this transformation, this full transformation under her wings. Like, she is, without a doubt, deep in her transformation part of this journey. Foundation and achievements. Another rainbow. And a family. Wow. Oh my gosh. Another rainbow and a family with looking at their home. Like, we've built this. Look at this. All this work that we've put in. We can celebrate this as an achievement. This looks to me, this is looking like the start of union for some twins. The transformation maybe has been completed even. This is just like, this is really intense. I really like this. I'm like tingling right now. I'm so excited for whatever twins are at this part of their journey. This is so beautiful. I can't even contain it. Wow. Like, I'm almost being brought to tears, like happy tears. Oh my goodness. They say if you think of something that you want and it brings you to happy tears, that's when manifesting is happening. So if you just experience that, I think you know where you are and what you have to be grateful for, and what's manifesting. Those seeds you've planted are coming to fruition, and you don't even really have to do anything except for love yourself and love your other person. And just, that's all it's about. I'm gonna get an angel message to close out with, and then I'm gonna read what these cards have to say, because I think we know what it's about, but I'd love to hear what the book has to say by John Holland. Oh wow. Okay, I'll leave. I just got this final message from my Angels and Gemstones deck, and I'm going to read that at the very end to close out this reading. So let's look at Love Begins by John Holland here. Oh my gosh, where is it? There's one. Oh my gosh, where is it? Oh, it's number 1. Huh, here I am looking for number 4. Silly me. Okay. There it is. Love begins. Your cup is about to overflow with joy, happiness, and positive feelings. This is the first of the emotions card and signifies a new love opportunity beckons. This doesn't necessarily have to be physical love, but could also represent the passion and devotion for an idea, a goal, or even a new creative endeavor. This would be a perfect time to open yourself and your heart to the higher vibrations and loving energy of the universe. When past issues are resolved, when forgiveness for others as well as yourself has been attained, and when your heart is truly open and ready to receive, then new roads leading you toward love will be revealed. Wow, that last sentence, I'm going to reread that. It's so true, and it's so important, and I imagine it resonates for a lot of you. So just with how this reading went and this card, I just want to reread this. When past issues are resolved, when forgiveness for others as well as yourself has been attained, and when your heart is truly open and ready to receive, then new roads leading you toward love will be revealed. Oh, and when you're working toward to be your best self before you let love in, you know that this is true. You have to have forgiveness for yourself, and you have to have forgiveness for others, and that takes a lot of work and a lot of trial and error. Like, you think you've gotten there, and then you realize, nah, there's still some lingering grudges or bad feelings, and forgiveness is really hard to to find. It takes time. It takes patience with yourself. And then when your heart is truly open and ready to receive, then the new roads will be revealed. So you're not letting in love. You're not joining in your love with someone else until you know you're ready. Until all that pain from the past, all those past issues, all the forgiveness, everything is ready and complete for you to feel ready to fully step into whatever it is that this is. And in this case, it's the twin flame journey. So you will see that road for love revealed when you know you're good and ready, and only then. Because this is to stand the test of time. You're not settling. You're going to know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what you want. And you're going to see that your partner is in that same space. And you're going to come together and your cup's going to flow into your world and create these achievements and everything that you've worked towards and built. And wow. Okay, so let's look at now the transformation. This is a major arcana card in this deck that in the traditional tarot is death. So death and rebirth. Death sounds bad, but it's all those old past. You're recreating yourself. That's what the twin journey is all about. You're completely letting go of everything that's made you who you are and destroying that, and you're only taking forward with you what's needed, like the lessons that are learned and the wisdom from it all, and the pain and insecurities and child wounds are all, it's like they're just ashes now that you are gonna go and release into your favorite lake with love. Thank you for, making me who I am, and now I realize how it did so and how I can take that wisdom from it, but also how I don't need to carry this anymore. And you let it go. And that's the death leading into the transformation and this rebirth within you of the person that you were becoming and who you are. A time of endings is close at hand. Don't resist the abrupt changes that are suddenly happening in your life. These could be taking place in your personal life, relationships, business, or career. You have the strength, as the transformation card asks you to have courage and to know that renewal follows every conclusion. This card comes forth to remind you that death of an old way of thinking and believing must occur before you can move forward on your new path. Transformation is all about the ebb and flow of life cycles. Nothing in this life remains motionless. Everything is on its way to somewhere. Accept the changes. An opportunity will come to expand you in more ways than you could have ever imagined. You can't live in the past. It's time to move on. In order to take the next positive step, you should look closely at your own life and ask yourself, are these loose ends, or are there loose ends that need to be tied up? Are there people in my life whom I need to express myself to? What needs to be completed so I can have a fresh start? When you do so, you'll have a stronger, more reinforced foundation to carry you through the new beginnings that await you. Love it. Last card, foundation and achievements. This card confirms that what you've been building is now firmly established with a strong and solid foundation. You deserve this, and it's time for you to harvest the rewards for your efforts. What you sowed, you now can reap. Be open to receive as you've worked hard and have given so much. Allow the universe to give a little back to you, for there has to be an even exchange of giving and receiving in order to prime the pump of gratitude and reinforce the law of attraction. Using the more traditional meaning in tarot, this card represents a period for celebration, peace, and prosperity. It may also imply a marriage or the buying of land or a new home. As you enjoy this time of relaxation that you so deserve, know that nothing remains stagnant and the winds of change are always at your door. So whatever this means to you, this feeling like home. And that's where I feel like union's close for some of you, because that person feels like home to you. So it doesn't have to be a physical home, or, you know, just that foundation, just that person, just coming close to that person. That's enough. That's home to you. Maybe you are building a house together. Maybe you will be. Who knows? It's to each their own. So the final message from angels, Archangel Uriel: I am blessed with irresistible love and spiritual affluence. All that I need is always within my reach. Extraordinary love and amazing wealth are always available to me. I have an abundance of spiritual helpers ready to assist me in all areas of my life. Ask for guidance, you guys. And Morganite is the gemstone that's assisting us here. So are you ready to attract the best of everything? Hell yes! Do you believe the best is yet to come? Make a clear decision to manifest the good in this moment. Don't wait until tomorrow. You're being called to experience spirituality in everyday living. See all the love that is in everything. I love that. Spirituality is such a funny subject for some people. But I know probably for us watching this video, we can all relate that love is in everything that we do. Love is everything. And we are very spiritual beings. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. And twins, I think that the rest of this month and going into February is looking very positive and very beautiful. So lots of love to all of you on your twin flame journeys.